resemble the aftermath of a horrific crime. But as one reply in the original thread pointed out, the body parts looked far too realistic to be mere props. They also displayed signs of freezer burn, something that would only happen with actual skin and flesh. Now, if the limbs were real, it raises an even more disturbing question. Who did they belong to? Unfortunately, the original poster didn't give any hints in any of his posts. However, after examining every detail, I managed to narrow it down to some of the most plausible theories. The first and most horrifying is that the OP was a serial killer and those limbs belonged to their victims. However, this theory, while chilling, is also the least likely. Serial killers who taunt the public with evidence of their crimes often leave trails to claim responsibility or provoke fear. They might include cryptic notes, references to other crimes, or follow-ups to attract more attention. But this OP did none of that. There were no cryptic messages or any further attempts to draw attention beyond the initial post. Additionally, sharing such damning evidence anonymously without any follow-up doesn't fit the profile of someone seeking notoriety or validation for their actions. The second theory is the OP stole the body parts from a morgue where he worked. However, the main issue with this theory is that the vast majority of morgues operate under strict regulations, and missing body parts are treated as a serious violation. Such an act would likely result in an investigation, making it almost impossible for the OP to smuggle out limbs unnoticed. Which leaves us with the last and most plausible option. The limbs were real and actually belonged to the OP. As absurd as it may sound, there have been several cases of people preserving their own amputated limbs after accidents or illness for sentimental reasons. Some hospitals even have procedures that allow patients to take possession of their amputated limbs. That said, these are all theories with no concrete evidence to support any of them. And with nearly 18 years having passed since the original thread appeared, it's unlikely we'll ever uncover the truth behind this disturbing mystery. Drone stalking. On the 10th of April 2020, someone started a thread on 4chan with a seemingly bizarre question. Is this dude wearing a full face mask inside? Alongside the post, they shared a photo of a couple lounging on their couch watching something on a laptop. And while the guy in the picture looked a bit creepy with his covered face, he was most likely wearing a skincare mask. But what caught everyone's attention was the odd framing of this picture, with one person asking, "Why are you taking photos inside some random dude's house?" That's when things took a turn from strange to downright disturbing. The OP responded to this question by explaining that the apartment actually belonged to the girl in the photo who was an Instagram influencer. He also mentioned that he had been, quote, following her. In other words, the OP was admitting to being a stalker. Naturally, this raised even more questions. Another user asked how he was able to take this picture from their porch without getting spotted, and the response was quite disturbing. The OP explained that the apartment was a high-rise building and they had been using a drone to stalk the girl from kilometers away. To further prove their story, the OP shared a screenshot of an Instagram story posted by the girl. In it, she expressed her fear and discomfort after spotting a drone hovering outside her window. The caption saying, "This drone literally came outside my window and chilled there for a while. This can't be legal, right?" However, before anyone could extract more information from the OP, he disappeared from the thread, leaving everyone wondering about his creepy behavior. Some users speculated that the entire post was fake, pointing out that the lights visible in the original image were missing from the Instagram story. However, a closer examination of the original photo reveals that the OP wasn't lying. If you examine the image carefully, you can see the drone reflected in the window. So it looks to be real. Unfortunately, that's where the trail ends. I was unable to track down the girl in the photo or the original Instagram story she shared. Hopefully, she was able to take legal action against this 4chan stalker. Sheep Killer Mystery. On the 28th of January 2021, a user on 4chan's paranormal